Hello, this is Malorian, and this will be the first game of the Steamroller, and it's going to be my Bethayne up against Zaal. Alright, so this will be my first time going at Zaal, but the big thing I'm happy is that it's not Circle. Coming here, I saw that there's a good number of Circle players, and of course their druids really mess up Bethayne, and unfortunately a lot of them are also these guys that are from this Grotz club. They're from Red Deer, it's a little bit south of us, and yeah, they're really serious folk. They go to all these different tournaments, they run their own tournaments. You can look up, they do battle reports as well, Grotz, Grots, so, I'm sure at some point I'll have to go and take one of them on, but for this first game, I'm up against a guy that actually runs the Out of the Basement tournaments. So, he's a great guy, should be lots of fun. And anyway, on my side, I got the Hex Hunters, I got Belphegor, I got Bethayne, I got Carnivian, Scythian, a Shepherd, a Raic, and then my Black Frost Shard. And the mission one here is just the big zone in the center, so pretty much it'll be cast or kill. Alright, and then for him, I don't know quite the names of everything there, but he has Zaal back there between, behind all that stuff. And then he has Immortals, these other guys here. There's a Rhinodon and this Gladiator and these Slingers on the right. There's going to be a Bone Swarm coming up there too. But the big thing here is I know that I can make all the infantry disappear there on the left. But then I guess his feat is that he gets to use these things as tokens. So I'm probably going to take a real big hit. But if I can time it right, hopefully I can kill his infantry and then try and kill off some of his heavies at the same time. So that you really can't do too much back and then just have to finish him off. But we'll have to see how it really goes. So he gets first turn and nothing really crazy, just moving on up. My turn, moving on up as well. I got Ashen Veil there on the left. I got the Stealth there on the right. I got Spiny Growth on both of my guys. And just so you know, the stuff running down the center, we talked about it and said it'd just be difficult to ground. So, my guys with Pathfinder can charge right through it, no problem. His turn 2, he, has a whole bunch of spells and stuff up, but the main thing is that he's moved up, so now I think he's in a perfect position where I can wipe out all his infantry on the left, kill that one big heavy of his on there on the right, and then he should be really on the back foot. So that's what I do between the Eruption of Spines and all the shots from my Hex Hunters. Both those units on the left are completely wiped out. The Raic went up there to try and take out the Agonizer, didn't get the job done. The Black Frost Shard went up, one of them did the kiss to the heavy there, the other ones killed that one little ancient guy. Now a Bone Swarm's there, unfortunately I didn't have a shot to kill it as well. But then in went my good old Scythian, killed his heavy, and I'm really liking the look of this. He was really, I wouldn't say he wasn't happy, but he was a little bit surprised at how much damage I could do. So his turn 3 now. Now this will be his feat turn, so he's using all that stuff I just killed as tokens, and he's able to kill a couple of my Hex Hunters there on the left. His Bone Swarm went and just wiped out all my Black Frost Shard in one big huge super boosted Thresher attack. The Gladiator comes over and makes quick work of my Ravagor, and then also some attacks goes after the, my Raic. So my Raic is really messed up right now. And unfortunately, he's also outside of my control range, so I can't pull off that Fury. My turn 3, the Raic goes berserk and just kind of does a meaningless attack up against the Agonizer. And then what I really do is really try and just the focus here on the left side to begin with, but then I kind of see that my Carnivian has an opening. So I really had to decide, do I go after the Gladiator and take it out? And then unfortunately he has these two guys that do almost do like these little laser beams where their strength is based off my strength. So that's what really killed my Scythian really quickly. But between those two, I decide, okay, let's just go for the caster kill, maybe throw all the transfers, he'll kill off those guys anyway. But as it happened, his defense was just too high. If the Raic had not been so hurt, it could have gone over and done the headbutt, and then it would have been a lot easier, but basically it was a failed attempt. And then my shooting on the left side killed that one guy that was bothering me, and I had a whole bunch of damage on this one Cyclops guy that's near me, both between my shooting and between transfers. So my turn 4, he had forgotten his slingers there one turn, so now they're zipping on in, and Yeah, my Carnivian is completely gone, so that's really bad. I was hoping he'd maybe survive, but luckily when he was going to do his attacks up against the Rake, he had some trouble hitting, and then after when he did, he was left with one box. And I have to really stress the fact that that's only because a boosted damage did triple ones. So really lucky, still have that Rake there, and I now have it within range, so I can actually draw Fury and use it. So then my turn 4 is just a simple thing of the Rake going over, doing a headbutt, knocking the guy down, and then between some blasts with Bethayne going through the Belphegor there and some shots from Hex Hunters, he's dead. So victory to Bethayne, and I mean for one part I could say that my plan for the beginning really did work, but after that, man, his counter and being able to use all those guys as tokens, he gets to hit so hard. It's obviously something I really have to remember with Zaal, that if you're going to hit him, you got to pretty much hit him hard across the board because his counterattack is going to be massive. And then, of course, the only other thing I can say that was a big reason why I won is that after all this, I just got really lucky. I mean, if he would have killed my Raic, it would have been over. So, lucky to have the first win. Of course, it probably means that now I'm going to be maybe up against one of these Grotz guys or who knows what, but there we go. Win number 1 for my first Steamroller.